all to you. And we do that right now with all of our hearts and all of our lives because of what you did for us, Jesus. Because of what you did for us. We don't have to be afraid. We will not hesitate.
Ja.
But we'll lay it all. And think about this. It's his reward for the cross. What is that? You. You are his reward. The book of Hebrews tells us, chapter number 12, for the joy that was set before him. Jesus despised the shame. For the joy that was set before him. Jesus shook the pain. He shook it all off. Death, hell, and the grave. And he did it for me. He did it for you. And when we give him our love and when we worship him, can you imagine how that makes him feel? Can you imagine? He says, Father, that makes my sacrifice worth it. They make my sacrifice worth it. Say, Lord, I surrender all. Can we all do that together? Just one last time. Let's say it together. I surrender all. Beautiful. Beautiful. You may be seated. Beautiful. Our beautiful audience in the studio, the Church of the Living God. You know, Kim was, we would call him the king of timing because God is the king of timing. Timing is everything. And Kim would lead us so beautifully on his piano because he was an amazing psalmist. And we would get right into that beautiful secret place. The secret place. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And we would get in, Kim would lead us into that secret place. He loved to worship, and he loved to lead all of us in worship. And he would say, listen to them, Father, listen to them. Bless you and honor you. And then he would say, House of Destiny, it's time. Time for what? It's time to honor the Lord with our increase, with the first fruits of our increase. Not with the worst fruits, but to honor him with the what? First fruits. You know, when you talk about money, it gets very personal. It's very challenging. Money is very, of course, it's valuable. And it's precious to every single one of us. And what we do with our money is really a telling story. You know, your checkbook will tell on you. We want our checkbooks to tell on us. And we want them to glorify God. And it's not a carnal thing. It's not, it is worship when we offer our giving to God. So, House of Destiny, it's time. You know, this is the year of life, 2018. And I just think the team really nailed it with 2018, the year of life. And we want you to know that in a short period of time, we're going to be praying for your prayer requests. We're going to be praying with you and declaring your declarations. But right now, all this that you're hearing about, boots on the ground, this is what gives us the power to demonstrate the love of God in a real practical sense. You know, you really can't preach to someone who's hungry. You can preach to them much better when you fill their tummy with food, when you put shoes on their feet, when you do a heart surgery for an innocent child who's powerless. You know, we have done thousands of heart surgeries. And I want to read this before I go any further, this beautiful testimony to you. It says, "Good afternoon, Pastor Fa. My husband and I are wanting to give to Jane's mission for saving children's hearts. We would like to fund several surgeries with the increase the Lord has given to us this year, life in 2018. Do you realize that what she's saying is that this family wants to fund several heart surgeries? Well, one heart surgery that we do is approximately $10,000, just one. But with the genius of our Jewish doctors and teams, what we can do for $10,000 would cost hundreds of $1,000s right here in Los Angeles, California. And I want to share this testimony with you. I want you to hear what our warriors are like, warriors just like you. Now, maybe not everybody can sponsor several $10,000 surgeries, but guess what? Some of you right now are saying, I've got a $5 in-your-face offering. I've got an $18 high offering. Or you have your tithe, or you have your offering that you prepared for right now, for this moment. And when we combine our giving around the world, we are better together. We're able to do exceedingly abundantly, just like God, all that the world could possibly ask or think. We can supply needs through our Lord Jesus Christ. Isn't that beautiful? So money is a very powerful tool. And so right now we're going to give you the opportunity to give. Right below the player, there's a red link. You can click on the red link. This is how we do it. You can phone in your offering. You can write in your offering, send the check. You can text in your offering. And we've added Tithely now as a way of giving. And you can Tithely in your offering. It's a very beautiful app you can download on your iPhone, on your mobile device. And then you just designate the House of Destiny as the church that will receive your gift. And it's beautiful. That's just how simple it is. As I was thinking about receiving the offering, I wanted to encourage you about the God who sees. So let's go ahead and move into the offering. And as we are doing that, I'll just take a moment to encourage you about the God who sees. You remember Genesis chapter number 16, Hagar was Abraham's and Sarai's, Abram and Sarai's maid servant. And of course, Abram was not able to bear offspring through Sarai, so Sarai encouraged him to go into Hagar. She got pregnant, and immediately there was tension between Sarai and Hagar, and Sarai began to oppress Hagar, and so Hagar ran away. She took off. She became very despondent. And while she was out there all by herself, the scriptures tell us that the angel of the Lord interrupted her and said, Hagar, where are you going? What are you doing? And so she said, I'm running from from Sarai, who is oppressing me. And God spoke to her, and God said, you get back to Abraham's house. And Hagar realized right there that she was now seeing the God who saw her. You know, she felt all alone, and we all feel alone sometimes. But God knew exactly where she was. And this is the only place in the Bible where you see El Roi manifest, the God who sees. And I was thinking about Jesus fed about 20,000 people, and he departed into a mountain, and he began to pray. But his disciples went and got into the boat, and they launched out onto the lake. And it says they were rowing for about 3 or 4 miles.